Well, thank you, Sister Vicky, because it will be me that says if anybody messes up in the play, it'll be me, so that's okay. I won't be the first for the evening. It's okay. And again, I want to thank everyone. Every year I get the privilege to do the play, and it's always such a blessing, even though it's tiring and sometimes I think, it is such a blessing, and I'm just so thankful. It gives me an opportunity to really spend a lot of time thinking what the real reason of Christmas is. You know, not the presents, not all the lights, even though those things are nice and wonderful. It's Jesus Christ coming down as a baby to die for you and me. That's the real reason. And this is just a really good play. It's called The Gift, and it's a story of the difference that Jesus Christ can make in a person's life. We have two people, one that has Jesus and has a peace, and one that doesn't and has turmoil. And it's just amazing, and it is true what the Lord can do. He can give you a peace that passes all understanding. And I think that's the real message behind our play this evening. So again, if we mess up, bear with us. We're not professionals. We're just trying to minister and just give to you the gift of Jesus Christ this evening in the form of a play. So let's just pray for us as we're up there, and know that we're nervous and we're just doing our best. And so we just hope you enjoy the play. It's called The Gift. Okay. Pat, can you get the lights? Pat, can you get the lights?
It's on the board.
Where's the button?
It's on the board.
There. Okay. Sorry. See? All right.
Watch where you're going.
On my way, jerk. Well, I certainly hope he needs those things more than I do.
Are you okay?
I'm all right. A little frustrated, a lot angry.
Well, I got a phone here. I can call the police.
Well, what's the point? He's long gone now, and I didn't even get a decent look at him. Yes, officer. He was wearing a jacket with a hood, and he had legs. Yes, legs. Is that a common feature on criminals? Legs?
I see what you mean.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yep. Cheers, and a happy birthday to you.
on the program there it says that I'm going to be singing a song called I Want Your Presents for Christmas, but I felt like the Lord wanted me to sing something else. So I'm singing a Christmas song called Come Home. Just worship the Lord.
I was just numb. Does that make sense? I was numb. I just didn't know what to do. I felt so guilty, and then in the middle of all my crying, I'd start to laugh at how pathetic I was, just sitting there in my old ratty bathrobe crying. And then, in the middle of my laughing, I started to cry again because I felt bad for laughing. I didn't know what to do, and I felt like my whole life was starting to unravel. You know, like when you have a sweater, and it gets that pull in it, and you just keep pulling it until you don't have any sweater left. It's what I felt like. I felt like somebody was just pulling at my life, and there it was, unraveled at my feet. And then I lost my house. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was living in my car, and I was penniless and homeless. I had no job. I had no family. Michael and I had always wanted to have kids. There was just not enough time. You know, there's not enough time for a lot of things. There's not enough time to say I love you enough, and there's never enough time to stay awake at night and listen to the person next to you breathing. There's just not enough time for, well, for life. But that's how I started this year. Alone, jobless, homeless, penniless, hopeless. I don't think, no, you know what? I know. I wouldn't have been able to survive without, well, without you. You know, I remember it like it was yesterday. January 14th, the day they repossessed my car. I should have seen it coming. I mean, I hadn't made a payment in about 8 months, but I'd spent my last $5 on a cup of coffee and a gallon of gas. And I drove to this little dive motel across town. I'd been sneaking in to take showers every couple of days, and while I was in the room, they took away my car. Panicked, I ran to the office and told the man behind the desk, quick, my car's been stolen. He looked at me smugly and said, kind of like my showers, huh? I was just staring at him forever. And then he said, why do you think the door was always open? I must have turned 7 shades of stupid. He knew I had been sneaking in to take showers. But what he said next completely blew my mind. He handed me a ring of keys. And when I asked him, what is this supposed to mean? He told me $7.50 an hour, Monday to Friday. And I could have the room. Until I found a better place to live. How do you like that? I steal showers, and I get a job in return for a repossessed car. I mean, I've been praying. I've been praying so hard. I asked you for a sign, a reason, anything. I thought maybe you were just ignoring me. Maybe you didn't care. Isn't it funny how people only ever really pray to you when they're in big trouble? That must get frustrating. But here I am, almost a year later, and I have my own little apartment. And Harvey, that's the guy from the hotel. We just got married. People say it's too soon, but when it's right, it's right. Turns out, he had been praying for a friend ever since his wife Charlotte died of cancer the year before. And everything just fell into place for the first time in a long time. And so I knew you had to have a hand in it. And, you know, I still don't know all the answers. Like, why did you need Michael? I mean, I could have used him a little longer. But I know you must have him doing something amazing out there, because he was amazing. And I thank you for that, and for the time that we did have him, even though it was too short. And I thank you for everything. And could you tell Charlotte that I'm taking really good care of Harvey? And tell Michael that I miss him. Just thank you. I know I couldn't have made it much longer without you.